Chapter 9 Might of 1,000. Although the lies of those assassins angered Shi Feng, he had to remain calm in facing this unknown situation. Even members of a workshop would have their own selfish motives. They would definitely hide some of their important discoveries, silently empowering themselves and making a fortune. There were plenty of such people in a workshop. Be they outer members or core members, after some time, there were always some exceptionally strong people who suddenly appeared, their social statuses abruptly rising. Shi Feng was one such example. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to turn from a core member into the workshop's captain. They only told others about seeing a secret silver treasure chest after coming to the Lost Lands and nothing else. There is definitely something more important than that secret silver treasure chest. Is it this hidden quest? Shi Feng called out the system's quest panel. Hidden quest of the Lost Lands, past glory. Aside from the name, there was no other information about the quest. Shi Feng did not even know what he had to do. Is it a region-activated quest? With his 10 years of experience in God's domain, Shi Feng quickly discovered the essence of hidden quests. There were some quests with special characteristics in God's domain. They were only triggered in certain areas. Not only that, these quests did not provide any information. Players were required to search for it themselves. After the quest was completed, it would no longer be triggered again, even if another player came to this place. It could be called as a special kind of unique quest. At the same time, it was a quest filled with extreme danger. Searching for the method to complete the quest in an unknown region also meant dealing with the unknown monsters of the region. For such special quests, the region's monsters were usually several levels higher compared to the surrounding areas. An average player had no chance in completing the quest. There were 6 assassins over level 20 that came to this place last time. The quest was also triggered in this region with level 5 monsters, so the assassins could complete the quest. There's no point in bothering. Since I can't get out, I might as well look around. At worst I'll just die and be sent back to the town. Shi Feng advanced in large strides after thinking it through. A few moments after walking through the mists, Shi Feng spotted a few blurry figures up ahead. It was a city which had been abandoned ages ago. All around, there were ruined houses. Judging from the size of the city and the magnificence of the buildings, it seemed this city once flourished. It was even more prosperous and brilliant than White River City. However, this flourishing city did not have even a shadow of a person now. Shi Feng silently entered the city. He observed the surroundings while looking for clues about his quest. Looking through a city that could fit millions was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Hours quickly went by. After searching through tens of streets and hundreds of houses, Shi Feng had yet to find a single clue for his quest. God's domain had just started. It was the best time to widen the gap with others, yet Shi Feng had wasted hours exploring this place. There were plenty of players who had already reached level 1, but Shi Feng was still paused at 34% of level 2. Shi Feng hesitated. Should he continue looking for clues to the quest, or should he just end himself here and revive back at the town? I'll look for another hour. If it's still no good, then I'll return to the town. Shi Feng laid down a time frame for himself. Although quests like these were precious, he did not have that much time to waste. He still had a ton of quests he could do. There was no need to waste away in this place. Time slowly passed by, bit by bit. Shi Feng arrived at the central tower of the city. This place was once a sacred ground for mages. It was the best place to learn magic. Now, however, it was irreparably ruined. Even the magic crystal at the tower's peak had shattered. Shi Feng went up the tower. He stood in the tower's observatory, filling his eyes with the city's scenery. Shi Feng would have slowly savored the sight were he not in a rush. After taking a look around, he still did not find any special locations. Just as Shi Feng was about to leave, "Young adventurer, welcome to the city in the sky." A white-bearded, old man suddenly appeared. The old man's voice was filled with vicissitudes and wisdom. The sudden appearance of the old man shocked Shi Feng into a jump. He had even thought the old man was some monster that had appeared. However, he let loose a breath after noticing the yellow indicator above the old man. City in the sky? Shi Feng became shocked when he thought of this well-known city of God's domain. City in the sky. The name of this city had once shaken the entire continent of God's domain. There were countless legendary jobs in this city. There was even the famous demigod-ranked sword saint, Ultir. It was a city which was even feared by gods themselves. Unfortunately, the city had fallen during the Third God's War, becoming a regret of God's domain. "Respectful elder, is there anything I can help you with?" Shi Feng smiled and asked in a formal tone. "Help?" The white-bearded elder shook his head, smiling as he said, "No, I don't need any help. I imagine you wish to become stronger. I can help you with that, but are you willing to accept a test of mine?" "Of course, I'm willing to receive your test." Shi Feng felt relieved. The trail to the quest, past glory, was here. He didn't have to die back to town, losing both levels and SP. The elder nodded his head in satisfaction, gravely saying, "I'll give you 3 choices. The first one is the normal difficulty. After you pass it you'll get a mysterious iron treasure chest. The second one is the hard difficulty, where you'll get a secret silver treasure chest. In addition, you can get additional rewards depending on your rate of completion. The third option is the hell difficulty, where you'll be rewarded a fine gold treasure chest. You'll also receive additional rewards depending on your rate of completion. Young adventurer, which do you choose?" 3 choices, each harder than the other, and each more attractive than the other. The 6 assassins who were over level 20 had chosen the hard difficulty. They returned with the secret silver treasure chest but chose to hide the additional reward. This meant that the additional reward was even better than the secret silver treasure chest. After some thought about it, Shi Feng decided to bravely challenge it. A person who had been reincarnated should have courage. "Respected elder, I choose the hell difficulty." Shi Feng was confident he could manage this difficulty. If he could complete it, then it would have a great effect on his future developments. Ha ha ha. "Young people sure are full of energy. I truly admire you, but be sure not to regret your choice." The elder disappeared after his hearty laughter. System. Quest, past glory, accepted. Face off against 1,000 monsters of the same level. Considered passed after killing 500 monsters. Time limit of 4 hours. Quest failure penalty. All attributes permanently reduced by 10 points. Attributes are the essence of a job. If Shi Feng's attributes were all reduced by 10 points, then he was as good as crippled. This penalty sure is ruthless. Shi Feng's scalp started itching as he looked at the countless specter warriors appearing below the tower. The countdown started. There were 5 seconds remaining before the monsters attacked. Specter warrior. Common monster. Level 2. HP 230. Fighting against one of them would be easy. Against an ocean of them, however, even Shi Feng would start to panic. Rushing in was just plain suicide. Shi Feng would quickly become surrounded and killed. The only choice was to fight the monsters one by one. Shi Feng had a wealth of experience in battling. He quickly ran down the tower and stood at the staircase. The stairs only allowed 2 monsters to pass through at a time, so it was the best place to attack from. Shi Feng would be able to clear this quest so long as he guarded the staircase. Once the 5 seconds were up, every single specter warrior rushed the tower with wild abandon. However, the staircase was too narrow. As a result, they were blocking each other. Shi Feng only had to face 2 specter warriors at a time. With regards to the warriors' attacks, Shi Feng could dodge them with relative ease. Thundering flash. Chop. 3 streaks of light flashed across, instantly causing a high damage of 60 to all Spectre warriors within a 2 by 10 yard area. The chop that followed dealt 33 damage. Within an instant, the first Spectre warrior had only half of its HP remaining, whereas the tens of others behind had lost a quarter of their HP. Previously, Shifeng faced off against high-leveled monsters with very high defense. The effects of Thundering Flash and Chop were both greatly reduced. Now that Shifeng was facing monsters of the same level, Thundering Flash could vividly display its prowess as a powerful AoE damaging skill. With Thundering Flash's damage amplification effect, Shifeng only needed 5 strikes from his sword to finish off the first Spectre warrior. In order to increase his killing speed, Shifeng activated Gravity Liberation to increase his attack speed. Coupled with the damage amplification, each warrior only needed 3 seconds to be dealt with. Unfortunately, the Spectre warriors did not give any experience. Instead, skill proficiency had a 100% chance to increase by 1 point. With every death of a Spectre warrior, Shifeng's SP continuously increased. Shifeng became very happy after seeing such a sight. The elderly NPC probably had not imagined that a level 2 swordsman would possess such a powerful AoE skill. With such a skill, Shifeng feared crowd tactics the least. Shifeng could also easily dodge attacks in a 1 versus 2 scenario. Other players would have most likely failed the quest, yet Shifeng was able to complete it with perfection. After 2 hours had gone by, Thundering Flash had reached level 2 after its SP increased to 300 points. The skill's damage increased from 130% to 135%, and its cooldown reduced from 30 seconds to 28 seconds. Chop's SP had also increased to 426 600ths. It would reach level 3 with just a little more. Shifeng's monster grinding speed increased once more after Thundering Flash reached level 2. The Spectre warriors fell in batches. When there were only 20 over warriors remaining, there was still an hour and a half remaining for the quest. With another use of Thundering Flash, the last remaining 20 Spectre warriors fell as well. Not bad. Here's your reward, youngster. The elder appeared once more with a chuckle. Looking at Shifeng, the elder took out a fine gold treasure chest and a pitch-black longsword. System. Quest, Past Glory, completed. Rewarding 1 fine gold treasure chest, 1 magic weapon, job related. Obtained title, Might of 1,000. Might of 1,000, title. When this title is in use, allies in a 30-yard radius will receive an attribute increase of 10%. Simultaneously, title user will obtain an additional effect of Strength +5 and Endurance +5. I've given you your reward. You can go now. The old man waved his hand after finishing his piece. Shifeng's vision blurred. When he opened his eyes once more, he was back in the plaza of Red Leaf Town. Shifeng's system communication continuously rang. Blackie was contacting him. Brother Feng, you've finally picked up. How come I couldn't contact you before? What should I do now? I'm already behind others by a level. Blackie was extremely panicked. However, he still patiently asked because he believed in Shifeng. He had wasted 7 hours just to run to Red Leaf Town. While he was still at level 0, the players that filled the streets were already level 1. How was he to make up for this gap? Nobody would want him in a party now. Their minimum requirement was level 1. A level 0 noob like him would just be pushed aside. My bad, I was doing a quest. Come to the central plaza, I'll take you with me to level. Shifeng apologized. It had already been over 8 hours since God's domain started, and Shifeng had spent over 5 hours doing his quest. At this stage of the game, most players had already risen to level 1, while some professional players were already close to level 2. As a person who had been reincarnated, helping Blackie level up was an easy task. It wouldn't take long before Blackie would catch up to the professional players.